All right. La 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 la. Me. Topeka, Kansas. Topeka. What's that? We're like right now. Like we're live. Like right now. Like this is. Hello everyone, this is Lemuel Simpleton, and on today's episode of the Simpleton Reviews podcast, these Simpletons review Dirt Don't Hurt by Dirt Russel, and Goodbye Sun, Hello Moon by Sick Wish. Enjoy.
Welcome back to the Simpleton Review. Thank you for joining us. We're going to be talking about a couple of bands from Boise, Idaho this week. The first one will be Sick Wish, or I don't know if we're going to do it in this order, but Sick Wish and Dirt Russel are the bands we're talking about. These bands were picked by your friend and mine, Charlie Simpleton. He is lamenting the fact that there is no Treefort Music Festival this year, or at least right now, currently. And so we will be talking about a couple of bands that I assume perform there on a regular basis. Is that correct?
Well, Dirt Russel's pretty new, and Sick Wish has been around for about 2 or 3 years.
Gotcha.
And a couple that I'm really missing.
All right.
Really missing.
Fair enough. Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Dirt Russel first. Charlie, tell me, what do you like about this band, Dirt Russel?
Well, the fun part is that I go to the Nerlux to watch shows and stuff, and Ryan Hondo, who's the guitar singer, he is actually one of the bartenders there.
Oh, I see.
So I've gotten to know. I haven't really gotten to know him.
Right.
He's one of those faces that you meet, and he's like the cool kid in the crowd, and so obviously, we're gonna spend a lot of time together and be buddies. No, not really.
Yes, because Charlie is usually the cool kid in the crowd.
Pretty boring.
Right.
But no, it's like So we recognize each other from across the room, and wave and. I've really enjoyed, I have a friend that gets to know all the bartenders down there, and he's like set me up to introduce everybody, and they all know that I tip well if I when I'm there. So
there you go. That pays dividends.
Yeah, exactly.
It does. So okay, great. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you thought of this EP that we're talking about right now? The name of the band is Dirt Russel. What was the name of the EP?
Dirt Don't Hurt.
I think it's Dirt Don't Hurt.
Dirt Don't Hurt. That's right. Right on. Okay. Tell me what you thought about this one, Charlie.
This one's a blast. It totally melts your face. You can tell it's a throwback to like Motorhead and all those like 80s, 90s metal bands.
Yeah.
But with definitely much more of a sensibility. I mean, you could tell some influence of Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters in there, just like with the pacing and the pumpiness. But definitely an awesome sound.
Yeah.
For 2 people. It's really fun.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Lemuel, what about you?
I wasn't expecting how loud they were as soon as I turned it on. The album art was very deceptive. It's mute, like kind of this purple color, and then these 2 like kind of crudely drawn people playing like a xylophone and stuff, and all of a sudden you turn it on, it's just very loud. And I liked it a lot. That's my kind of music a little bit. So I enjoyed it. There wasn't a whole lot of variety.
They are fantastic.
Yeah.
I can see that happening.
That's what I could tell. I'm like, I was listening to this band going, yeah, you've really got to experience these guys live. I didn't mind the album. There was a couple of times I'm like, okay, is there a reason why these songs are 6 minutes long? I mean, we could have wrapped it up about 3.5 minutes ago. That was maybe one of my biggest beefs on there. The musicianship was solid. The guitar playing was fantastic, and the drums, holy crap. Yeah.
They are tight.
Wow. The drums were amazing. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. And it did, like you said, it sounded like a full band, even though there was only 2 people, which I knew, I could figure out going into the album that there was only 2 people on it. But, I did have it felt like every song was like, okay, we're going to have this like 3 minutes of like loud bassy guitar. And then we're going to have this like, 60-second little guitar solo. And then we're going to have more loud bassy guitar. I'm like, okay, all right. It was look, like I said, this band is probably fantastic live, and I probably would be one of the first ones out there in the pit moshing if I was around, because it was definitely something that would just absolutely explode your eardrums, I'm certain, if you were experiencing it live. So why don't we go ahead and give our scores for Dirt Russel, Dirty, what was it again?
Dirt Don't Hurt.
Dirt Don't Hurt. That's right. Dirt Don't Hurt. Dirt Russel. Lemuel, why don't we start with you? What's your score for this album?
I give it a 3 out of 5. There wasn't a whole lot of variety in the album, which was kind of a bummer, and it would have been a lot nicer if it was more of a full album. I would have loved it. So 3 out of 5 I think is pretty good.
Yeah,
I added it to
score.
my Spotify, so.
Well, there you go. That you can't ask more than that. I'm sure they like the fact that their songs are going to get spun in Spotify. That's good. Charlie, what about you?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
4.
I'm actually gonna. I love these guys. They're a cool couple. Cool couple of people. I see them around town. I always wave and admonish that I appreciate them around town. And so yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay. So is that because you like these guys or because you like the songs?
Oh, I like the songs.
Okay. All right. I'm just checking.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm also a big Mars Volta fan.
Uh-huh.
So in Mars Volta, they do 7-minute stretches.
Yeah.
It's like metal meets mariachi, but played like a Miles Davis tune. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they'll go on forever.
And that's
so
it.
This fits.
And that may be part of it, is that I'm not a big jam band, I guess, if you want to call them that kind of a thing. Like Fish and Grateful Dead, I don't get them. I just don't. I don't get. I mean, I'll listen to some Fish music, but I'm just like, okay, after the 7.5 minute mark, I'm like, all right, next song. Next track.
Track switch.
Yep, that's right. I mean, I can't not listen to the 13, 14 minute long jams that they've got going. Fantastic music. I just okay, I'm bored. I'm just bored. All right, I'm going to give this album a 2.5 overall. Like I said, if I experienced it live, I'm sure it'd probably be higher. I'm going off of what I heard on the album. I really do. I'm sure, I have to take the cost of the album into consideration, and I'm sure it was probably really hard, but I thought the recording was actually really, really good for probably the cost of what it took to get that done. So 2.5, 3, and a 4 from the Simpletons on Dirt Russell. All right, next one, Sick Wish. This band is made at least from one member of the old a classic Boise band that is nationally known, Built to Spill. That features bands Brett Nelson and Jonah Nelson. I think Jonah Nelson is the son, right, of Brett?
Yep.
And, I'll start off talking about these guys. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Look, like I said, it's a new wave type of a band. Right down my alley. This is kind of the stuff I like to listen to. And it was really well done. Very well polished. The recording is absolutely excellent. It was really, really good. Charlie, tell me what you thought.
Oh, I love these guys. I've seen them. I've seen their earlier efforts, and this new album is fairly new, so it's not one that they've played in the Treefort arena, and that's why I was looking forward to it. But I've heard their previous album and played live, and I love them. This is more of what, when I introduced Rolling Blackout's Coastal Fever, this is the sound that they had before the newest album, and that's what I treasured. But on the local scale, hearing these guys live is awesome.
Okay, great, awesome. Lemuel, what about you?
I liked the sound a lot. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Arcade Fire type music. For me, I was really okay with it. The song CHD. I know it was mostly just instrumental, but I liked it. It stood out the most to me out of that whole album, so I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it really
did. It's the guy's name, or is it Calvin? No, it's not. It's Calvin Hates Devo or something like that.
Okay.
So that's what it stands for.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's
fair
funny.
Enough. Charlie, what score do you give this album overall?
I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give another 4.
Sweet.
I like it. I dig these guys and look forward to seeing them around town.
Nice. Lemuel, what about you?
3.5. I liked it a lot.
3.5.
Yeah.
Very good. Cool. I'm going to give him a 3.5 as well. I like it, and maybe I'm just being a little bit this is my kind of style of music, but 3.5. So that means Sick Wish from Boise, Idaho gets a Simpleton certified rating. Heck yeah. It's fantastic. You guys need to check that. You can find it on Bandcamp. You can find these guys on Spotify, both albums of Dirt Russell and Sick Wish. So please make sure you check them out. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Simpleton Review this week. Look forward to seeing you next week. Please check out our website at thesimpletonreview.com, and you can also find us on Twitch and Twitter and all those fun places, but your best bet is to go to simpletonreview.com, and you can find out all the information you want to find about us. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Adios!